There was a time where I could care less if I owned a new Galaxy. Sure, Samsung had great marketing, but the hardware was flimsy, the camera was terrible, and oh god, the software. We even had running jokes about how terrible TouchWiz was. It wasn't until the launch of the Galaxy Note 4 that we noticed a new trend. The hardware was great, the software was getting better, and the camera. Boy, that camera. It's made owning a new Galaxy almost irresistible, so you can imagine how this honeymoon phase has been going lately. I'm Jaime Rivera with Pocket Now, and I've just spent 24 hours with the Samsung Galaxy S8, brought to you by Dbrand. Like a fine wine, there's something about the Samsung Galaxy S8 that's hard to describe in words. Great build quality is not unique to this phone, but the overall package and feel is probably the most elegant that I've seen from Samsung. A glass back that's less prone to fingerprints thanks to the orchid gray finish, a glossy trim that actually looks like it could take a beating, and thank you Samsung for the black finish on the display across all your color variants. This just makes content consumption more immersive. And yes, this display. Super AMOLED blended with ultra-thin bezels that are curved on the borders is just an invitation to continue staring at it. Yes, I have to admit that I am in love. Setting it up for the first time, we notice a few subtle changes from previous Galaxy setups. I'd call it more of a similar trend of minimalism that we've seen from the company lately. I love that there's no need to tap and go anymore for the phone to detect the latest backups from Google. You do have the option to use Samsung Smart Switch, but I decided to keep it basic given how slow it can be. What's cool is that Samsung Cloud is now working, and you can even restore from previous syncs to the service. I actually didn't give it a try on this S8, but I did on the S8 Plus, and it works quite well. It even syncs up your launcher order and everything. The rest is just setting up the way to unlock your phone, which I chose fingerprint and iris scanning, because yes, the face to unlock is not something I'll trust. And after that, meet your new Galaxy. This is Samsung Experience version 8.1 running on top of Android 7.0. Those of you that complain about Android skins should not include this one on your list. It follows the fundamental elements of the Pixel launcher, like sliding from the bottom to launch the app tray, or using the fingerprint scanner to call on the notification shade, though some of these features you actually have to activate from the advanced section. Then there are the other things that it actually improves from stock Android. In the same advanced section, you'll find the way to slide from the bottom or triple-click the home button to reduce the screen size in order to improve your one-handed usability. Yes, this is a huge plus. If you don't like the order of the navigation buttons, you can switch them up. And yes, please, switch them up. And my favorite are the new notification alerts, which don't cover the status bar or any portion of the content. Like seriously, every OEM should do this. I'm actually surprised that Samsung even decided to adopt the context menus when you hard press icons on the launcher, just like you can with the Pixel. I'm a little disappointed on the Samsung keyboard because it's still not fully multilingual. So yes, SwiftKey was a must here. One thing that I'm really liking is this new always on display, which is now more colorful, and now includes a tutorial over how to activate specific notifications, and there's a new option for face widgets. The Edge display is also here for quick shortcuts and different lighting options for whenever you get a phone call. And as for Bixby, well, press on the button, set it up, and the menu populates with a very convoluted list of things that it thinks are important to you. Voice is still not ready, and well, you can always enable the Google Assistant, in addition to the Google Feed, which I actually needed a widget to activate it from. So far, it's a little too early to judge my experience with the phone. You can bet that the camera lens is already smudged beyond belief due to the placement of the fingerprint scanner, which has already stressed my hand a lot with me trying to reach it, and I have large hands. As a solution, what I've done is enable the hidden home button to activate the display in order to make the iris scanner feature a lot quicker to launch. Oh, and about battery life? Well, 3.5 hours of screen on time is not the best for day one, but remember, this should get better over time. Now wipe this camera lens off and you're greeted by some of the best photos a smartphone can take. Our own Juan Carlos Bagnell is already working hard on his real camera review, but in the first couple of shots I've taken, it's clear that Samsung continues pushing the bar in image quality both during the day and at night, even if in the case of the primary camera we almost have the same hardware. I also love this new user interface where you can launch the camera with double-clicking the power button, just like you can on the Pixel, and this new zoom slider on the camera trigger, which is a new Samsung improvement. Overall, it's clear that Samsung has packed this phone with an infinite amount of software improvements to match its new Infinity display. These are just our first impressions of what we learned over 24 hours. Our full review is still on its way, in addition to a ton of comparisons. Thank you so much for your suggestions in the comments down below. Did you know that pirates wore eye patches so that when they went below deck, they could remove it and have better vision in the dark? We'd like to thank our sponsor Dbrand for reminding us that it is tough to see in the dark. This bizarre ad and our Samsung Galaxy S8 coverage is brought to you by Dbrand. Check them out in the link below. While the rest of our coverage gets done, make sure you follow us on social media and hit that subscribe button down below for more videos like this one. You can also follow me on Twitter, Jaime_Rivera, or on Instagram at Jaime Rivera. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I am Jaime Rivera. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.